All right. So how are you today, Libby?
I'm good. Ready to go to Moscow.
Oh, you're going to Moscow.
Yes, I am.
Great. So last week we kind of talked about, a problem you were having with Trent and how, or just worrying about your future, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So looking back at our conversation, what do you think? What do you think that problem? What about it was stressing you out the most?
The biggest part I think is not having the plan in general, and then getting to have another person in that plan.
Mm-hmm.
It just is kind of stressful, just because it's not just about me as much as I would like it to be. I have to think of someone else.
Right.
When I'm making the plan. So I think for me, that's the most stressful part. Isn't so much the not having the plan, it's that I don't have a plan and there's no foreseeable future of having a plan.
Yeah. And that other person bringing kind of that added layer of complication.
Yeah.
Because you don't have control, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's no way I can perfectly plan out his life in the way that I would like to, because he's a person. So
right.
Yeah.
So so we've kind of revisited your problem a little bit. Today, I want to kind of move into the next step and brainstorm maybe some ideas of things you can do to address this problem. So first off, I want you to visualize what your life would be like without it. If this problem were to go away, or if you were to find the ideal solution to it, what would that look like for you?
I'd be way less stressed about everything, I think. Just because I would know where I'm going. I would know, where I was getting money from. I would know, kind of the job I was going to expect. And I would be on my way to getting a new car, which sounds great. So.
So be able to see the future and have a new car.
Yep, those are my goals.
Okay. Great. So in terms of things you can do to maybe feel better now, or start planning for that, or put your mind at ease, I'd like to brainstorm of things like that you can do. So I want you to throw out some ideas at me, and I'm going to write them down if that's okay. But no judgment. So any idea that comes to your mind, and we can look at them later, but right now I just want you to just riff.
Choose a city. Like, first thing I need to do is choose a city. And then from there, just kind of like, I don't know that I can actually start with choose a city, because then that's not really realistic. I think first have a conversation.
We're not judging our ideas yet.
Right, we're not judging our ideas. Okay.
Yeah.
Have a conversation with Trent about it. And then, look at job prospects.
Like online, or?
Yeah, like online.
Job ads.
Kind of ads, and peruse. For sure figure out where I would take my RD exam. Like, would I do that in Moscow? Would I do that at my new location? Cost of living. My own car insurance, things that I don't have to worry about right now. My own cell phone plan, and just kind of looking at the bigger picture, so that then I can at least have a list, so when I do find a place, I have a plan that's kind of not super cohesive, but at least
and you can take these things with you no matter which location, and you'll feel set up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lots of ideas there. Do you think, let's see. Yeah, do you think that when you do get set up with some of these things, it'll happen all at once for you, or?
No.
No.
I would like it to, but the first, like, the big picture things that I need is, you know, a place to live and a place to work and a place, a city to live in, you know? Like, I think
Yeah.
big picture is all that. At the same time, you know, like, making sure Trent is on the same page as me and able to find employment at the same place that I'm able to find employment.
That's the main problem, right?
Yeah. And then everything else I think will fall into place. It's not like a huge rush. The car's probably coming around the corner sooner than I would like it to because my car's getting a little tired. But.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I think, so you mentioned a lot of ideas, so I kind of want to just explore maybe more in depth some of them. So would you rather choose a city or find a job? And which one is more important to you?
Probably the job.
So you'd be willing to go kind of wherever that is, maybe?
Yeah, I think so. I have a general part of the United States I would like to stay in, you know, like like the Pacific Northwest or
Oh, yeah.
at least the West Coast, you know. I don't want to go to the Midwest or the South or back east.
Yeah.
My comfort zone. I would like to stay in the West 9.
Okay. That's good you know that. So with this conversation with Trent, we kind of talked about that last time. What do you think that might look like as kind of a solution or?
Well, I think a big part of it is not helping him, but like pushing him to look into grad school more so that we know like soon whether he's going to do that or not.
So kind of encouraging him to make a decision.
Yeah, I think, yeah, guiding him to make a decision. Not really, but, you know, just maybe lighting a fire under his tuchus so he does make a decision just because all of a sudden it's, you know, almost the end of the semester and
Yeah.
and he's got to decide so he can apply mostly and then whatever. And then if that's the case, then we're in Moscow and we're in Moscow. It's fine.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think that's like number one on my priority list right now is like, we're going to decide if you're going to grad school like in a month.
Uh-huh.
And then if you are, we're going to apply. And if you don't get in, then we'll change our plans. But
Uh-huh.
like, that's kind of the plan.
Okay.
I think that's my first thing. And then the second thing is just making sure that that we are on the same page about kind of life plans, you know, like the car insurance and the phone, like that's something that like
are you gonna go in on it together?
Yeah, like are we? I mean, I feel like we would, right? We would just do that together because neither of us are going anywhere, but it's just like those kinds of things that in my brain make sense, but to him it might be like he might, you know, panic, and I don't want him to panic. So, you know, just having like the conversation about like, you know, we're still
yours
separate, but
ours,
yeah,
right?
yeah, but there's some things that probably could be together so that we don't have to sell a kidney to do it.
Yeah.
And we're both currently on, like, he's on his mom's car insurance and cell phone plan, and I'm on my parents' car insurance and cell phone plan. Like, it's just, it's their way of helping us through college, and it's great. But
yeah,
once I'm done with college, I can't. I mean, I probably could, but I don't want to stay mooching off them. So
you're gonna move on to your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people I mean, I've heard that a lot of couples struggle with just things like that, like finances and how you set that up, right?
Yeah, especially where we're not married. So
right.
I mean, we're not gonna have a joint bank account, that's for sure. But like things like this is that too definitive. Is that, you know, I don't feel like it is. Like we're not gonna be together, so it's not like I don't know. Like we've had that conversation, but it's not. I mean, we're too poor, so I don't know.
So, how do you feel about some of the solutions you've proposed today?
Good.
Do you think some of them are doable?
Good. Yeah, I think I can do one this weekend. I can have a conversation with Trent.
That's soon.
Like that's my plan.
Okay.
So.
Great. So I think that's a great place to start, and Yeah, thanks
Okay.
for brainstorming today.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of a multi-layered problem. So, great. All right.